beautiful, looks nice, they are single. What happened to you? Go to the prayer mountain. Why are you single? So why is there a stigma around it?
Well, I think the answer to that, there's multiple reasons why. First, culturally, marriage was looked at as an indicator for responsibility. So that's why they're like, oh, you're married, you're responsible, and that's why society kind of, when you're single, they're like, oh, could you take up, like for me, could you pick up extra shifts because you're single and you don't have responsibilities? I'm like, who told you, So I think it's just the culture and the society's association with marriage as an indicator for responsibility.
As a busy affair.
Yes. Because now when you get married, people are like, Kuze, then they...
Now we no longer call you for our plot.
I know,
Yeah.
And then also in the old days, people were not allowed to take up positions of responsibility unless they were married.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't allowed to speak around tables, decision making. They weren't allowed to be elders unless they were married, yes.
Yeah.
So
Actually, I know some companies who employ if you're married.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Better that way, yeah.
If you're married. Those ones, they know that you want kupapala because you're married.
Yes.
But single people, I can just wake up one day like I want to go to work in Senegal and I'll go.
And I'll go, yeah.
A married person is difficult,
Even for some visas, some countries, you don't get into them if you're not... like if you're single, it will be very difficult for you to get in. But if you're married, you go, you have family here, you'll come back.
Yes. So there is that, but then there is also subconsciously, like at the level of basic psychology, people have an inherent desire to sustain the human race, and the institution that is accepted, quote unquote, these days people just do things anyhow, through which families can be raised or the human race can be extended is through the institution of marriage. So you have a man and a woman both born that sex, and they come together and they have children. So it's a way to sustain the human race. So there's a basic instinctual desire to kind of make sure that happens. That's why even when people get married and they're like, we don't want children, guys are like, how dare you? If you don't want to get married, guys are like, how dare you? Who's going to?
Then when you get a child,
you're
perhaps
being selfish. And I've been told that, why aren't you getting married quickly? And I'm like, I'm taking my time. Oh, you're being selfish. You're not having going out. I've actually been told by my family, you need to pass on the genes. I'm like, excuse me, these genes.
The genes of brilliance.
Whatever, like extend the family lineage or something like that, some random jazz. And guys are serious, So I understand where it's coming from. That's why it's hilarious. But the entire world, kind of society's basic expectation is that everybody gets married. That's how they'll fulfill their responsibility to contribute to the human race, but then also just show that you're responsible. That's why.
To handle problems.
Interesting conversation. Actually, I think it's Abaganda. And Nasike, you're Muganda, so you will...
I'm not Abaganda.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
I'm from the hills of Mount Elgon.
Okay. I think it's Abaganda, the culture that for last rites, what's that thing called?
Lumbe.
Olumbe, yeah. If the son is not married, they will put an uncle who is married until this boy gets married, and then they sort of transfer the heirship to them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I found that very, very interesting.
So
even if the
Musika is 40 years old, a man of sound mind, they'll have an uncle.
Yes.
Hold that position.
Jacob hold fort for a while.
Until
this one gets married.
So there's institutional stigma.
So cultural,
Wow.
Yeah.
Single lives matter.
I think it's even for real.
Wow.
Even the Anglicans a long time ago, for you to be a reverend, for you to be a priest, you need to be married.
Wow. Single
So
lives. Give us
so stigma is real.
Work, even if we were promoters, we shall not leave the job, please. We shall not go to Senegal or Hawaii.
Promoters. We are single.
We are focused.
And focused.
We don't have heartbreak. We're quarreling. But I want to ask, Doctor, was there